And a couple keep low. That's where you want to be operating at.
Yeah, whether he tries to get across and take the ball away from the left-hander, because you've seen that ball coming back into the left-hander. Maybe just set him up, bowl a couple of runs which comes in and then take one away from him. See what happens.
Oh, down the pitch he shimmies, does De Kock, doesn't beat the man at square leg. Just trying to disrupt the length of Tuskin.
I think one of the key things, having played a lot of cricket up here, like the Wanderers has, was to look for swing. Because it's back to the surface, if you hit a good enough area, one will bounce, one will keep low, and almost using the seam to your advantage. So the minute you start swinging it, you become floaty and you allow batters then to play.
Good shot, De Kock. That's trademark De Kock. A hint of width, he got on top of the bounce. It's a sweet stroke for 4.
Yeah, it's a brilliant shot. It's not a bad ball in any means. Got on top of the bounce. And like you said, that's a trademark De Kock shot. Really allow the ball to come onto him. Let's open up the face.
Big hit. He's picked it up and smashed it high and handsome and into the stands. Wow, Quinton De Kock means business.
We spoke about what will be his approach in this match, because he did not play that first one at Super Sport Park. Played a lovely shot of the back foot. This time it was Fuller. I didn't shy away. And he went through such a lovely follow through. Oh, 4 and a 6.
Yeah, he's an absolute joy to watch, especially when he's transferring the pressure back onto the bowlers. Watch the couple misbehave earlier. But it's his time to transfer the pressure back onto the bowlers, and he's done it in style.
Now, the Bangladeshi fielder has to go and look for it because the crowd can't throw it back because they're not allowed to touch the ball with the COVID protocols. And all the Bangladeshi fans rush over to get in close proximity. There's even a few pats on the back, which is also anti-protocol. Yeah, a little nod of the head, perhaps. Yanaman Malan's gone. We're off to a decent start. When you're chasing a low score, to get above the rate and just erode some of those runs in a teasing chase, a score that nobody really wants to chase, because how do we play? De Kock's decided how to play, a lovely trademark square cut, and then I think he fancied Tuskin to be looking to go Fuller after the short one. He's in the slot waiting. It's a sweet stroke, a full flow of the bat, and deposited it way into the stand. Change of angle from Tuskin, he goes round the wicket. Deep square going back, fine leg comes up into the ring, slip dispensed with.
Change of angle straight away after being belted with 4 and a 6. It's not a bad idea, Ron, because you know that it's still a pretty decent pitch to bat on. So you've got to create a different angle to just pass a different message to the batter.
We have seen Quinton De Kock struggling a little bit with the bowlers coming around, tucking himself up. I still want to see those catches in play.
You've got to create a different angle to just pass a different message to the
batting defensive at this moment in time.
Straight back past the bowler. Right over the sizzle. Vintage Quinton De Kock. There's 14 from it. It's 27 for none.
লাস্টে এর মাল খাইবে তো 5 বস্তা হইতে 10 বস্তা মারি
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম
with some intent.
Gorgeous looking shot. Youngster watching how to play on drive. That's exactly the right way to do it.
Makes a statement as well. It just says to Bangladesh, you haven't got a lot of runs on the board and we're actually going to erode it very positively. Seen the full array from Quinton de Kock. Short cut, 4. Full, pummel, 6. And then the stroke of the 3. Change of angle. It is full, yes, but the straightest of on drives you'd ever wish to see. Beautiful batting. An early change, spin. We saw some turn in the surface, but this is very interesting. As early as the 5th over, here's the man who got 4 wickets down at Supersport Park, Mahidi Hassan Mirad, who's coming into the attack early doors. What do you make of this, gents?
Well, Tamim feels that the seamers at the moment are not doing their job. That's the reason why he has asked Mehdi Miraj to be in the attack. Get a slip in place. They're still too defensive.
He goes to Yanaman Malan.
I think also both these opening batters of South Africa, they love pace on the ball. It's quite smart from the Bangladeshi team to turn to a little pace off. A couple of balls turn early on as well.
First spell down at Supersport Park. 4 overs to 38, I think, was the first 2 spells, in fact. He did finish beautifully though when he had the ball on the tail, but he didn't start well. He's got to start well today. Bit of turn.
Definitely a bit of turn and offer, a bit of purchase for some batters. Really exciting.
Nicely played away for 1.
He picked up 4 for 23 in the last 5 overs that he bowled. And there is a bit of a turn, and it'll be interesting to see whether the slip comes into place because it's a left-hander, Quinton de Kock. On strike, and it's, yep, I think it's Yasir Ali who comes in the slip.
This is Mahidi at Supersport Park. First pair for Choir. Janssen trying to clear the ropes, failed. Good catch from skipper. There's more to come. Don't go away. De Kock inside out over extra cover. Geez, in a mood today.
It's not going to go all the way. Or it shouldn't have. They're not really pushing hard, the two South Africans. There was definitely a third there, but they just trotted back for 2. Finishing the Mahedi story. Rabada. Bowler himself claimed it. 5 overs done, it's 30 for none.
নতুন যুগের দূষণ ফোটালেও যায় না তাই পিওরিট
মহারাজ নতুন রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল এতে রয়েছে এক অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যা কুলিং ক্রিস্টাল সমৃদ্ধ হবে রাজার মতো ঘুম অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যুক্ত রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল
Was the summary of the match. It was a beautiful day for Bangladesh. Always behind the 8.
Historic win. This collective performance.
아라시 보지 이거 한때 기준 말하네 이제 루미안 말이 야 니들 두들이 한번디사 함시야 되고 긴 두들이 মানে 12 খেলা দিও 12 খেলা দিতে দিতে 6টা বাজে কিন্তু শেষ তুই তো জানা 6টা বাজে দিই তো মা কি কথা বুঝতে পারলাম তুই এনে গেছ হ্যাঁ $1 বাট দেন আরে $1 দিলে মানে আজকে ওরে কিছু না ভালো না মামা বাকি তারা হবে तो ये डिबेट नहीं है जब वो आदमी को उधर पे गिरा गया तो इधर पे गदार में गिरा इधर बाकी जैसे जो उधर पे लगा रहा है मुझे सेक्युलर गाय है ना तो मिचुला ना भाषा अरे इसलिए तो वो আবার এলে তো আচ্ছা ফজর মারাই দিছে দোস্তা একটা মাথা মারাই দিলে 5 বস্তা তো মারা দিবার মারা আবার সেক্টর আছে আবার 10 বস্তা তুই হেডা হিসেবে নি 3 বার না ওটা কি আর ভয় আর খাইছে নো তোর ঘরে ভয় নেই দেই তো হাতে
And he's also using his speed. He's coming down the wicket to negate that bounce.
Through for 4. He loves it square of the wicket. He just waits and hits it late. It's a very beautiful piece of timing from Yanaman Malan. Another South African boundary. It's looked like a good start by the home side.
Yeah, you can see he's itching to get onto this front foot. Again, he's hitting it under up. Almost simming down the wicket to Shariful. And this is really to negate that bounce. Hitting it under up, and again the placement immaculate. Hey, we're talking about the Bangladeshi batters earlier, Brett, with the extra bounce at the Wanderers. If you look at most of these missiles, they're probably all looking to play 2 square. On this particular surface, you want to try and play it with a straight blade. If it's a good enough delivery, obviously try and leave it. You want to get yourself in, but batting first is always a massive ask. Batting in the morning is always that extra bounce, ball moving around a little bit. So you have to be ultra disciplined against that new ball. And in their case, unfortunately, South Africa was just too good with the new ball this morning.
Flicked away down to long leg. They'll push hard and come back for 2. It's good running from Yanaman Malan.
So you mean to say that when Tamim Iqbal did win the toss and decided to bat first, instead of that he should have fielded first?
Yeah, I was surprised this morning because normally, especially on the high veld in South Africa, a little bit of moisture overnight. You want to give yourself the opportunity to see what the wicket actually does. If it is a good wicket, back yourself to chase it down. If it's not such a good wicket, you then back yourself to bowl the team out.
The end of the 6th. That's a good start by South Africa. They're 36 for none.
বাংলাদেশে এই প্রথম জার্মিপ্রুফ টাইলস, যার বিশেষ উদ্ভাবিত জার্মিপ্রুফ লেয়ার ক্ষতিকর জীবাণু থেকে দেয় 99% অধিক সুরক্ষা, যা ল্যাবরেটরিতে পরীক্ষিত।
We care. We are X Ceramics Group.
That's the target. Now it's been reduced to 159. Spin will continue. Mahedi. The reverse sweep straight to the man at backward point.
Always looking to attack, Quinton de Kock, whether you're a spinner or a seamer. So you need to find a different method to keep him quiet.
Swept away for 4. De Kock is in the mood, and it's a very attacking one.
Absolutely love the mindset. He's not going to let any bowler settle. He's going to make life as difficult as possible for you. You've seen the reverse sweep earlier. This occasion he's gone with the conventional one. That fielder being on square, he's hit it way behind square, so always going to go down for 4.
Over, extra cover, inside out for 6. What a stroke, Quinton de Kock. Shot of the day.
Well, we've seen it all, haven't we, from the bat of Quinton de Kock. This is an absolutely beauty. Inside out, over the cover, and goes all the way, holds the post. That is a terrific hit.
What a shot. Who would think this pitch has got a bit of energy in it? It's quite outstanding the way these two have played. Here's another look. It's inside out, over extra cover. It's a long boundary, the longest on the ground. Goes for 6. They are desperate for his wicket.
I actually don't think it's the worst South in the world, Brett. We'll probably end up just missing off stump.
Outside the line, Vern. He's keen, he wants it. Chips it up the ground for 1 to keep the bowling. South Africa off to a flyer. 7 overs done, it's 47 for none.
Fastest absorption আর ওয়েট লক টেকনোলজি নিয়ে এলো নতুন সেনোরা কনফিডেন্স পিরিয়ড হ্যান্ডেল করার জন্য 12 ঘন্টার নন স্টপ প্রোটেকশন দুনিয়াটা তোমার প্লেগ্রাউন্ড প্লে উইথ কনফিডেন্স
ব্রুক বন্ড তাজা সতেজ ঘ্রাণ আর করার লিগার আপনাকে তাজা করবে
Boys in this close-up commentary having a fabulous time. So has Vinny Tunzi. Fielded. Man is structured today.
Yeah, it tends to be the case in point of his innings as most of the time. And it's actually, he's just such a nice person to bat with as well, because he puts the bowlers under so much pressure that they've got a lot to think about and not just about trying to target you. So Yanaman Malan must absolutely thoroughly enjoy the experience.
There'll be shouts of catch it, there's nobody there. It's still within the power play, so just a couple of fielders outside the circle. 50's up for South Africa. And mainly due to this man, Quinton de Kock, into the side, and this is the impact he can have.
Yeah, and when he's in this form, he's a joy to watch, is Quinton de Kock. In the previous over they brought on the off spin, he's had his troubles against off spin, but today no trouble at all. Doesn't matter who's on, the man's in full flow.
Oh yes, oh yes. Quinton de Kock in full flow. Beautiful shots all around the ground. He's made it 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's the one to the leg side, followed up by one through the offside. There's a small margin for error at the moment when you're bowling to Quinton de Kock in this kind of form. He's not thinking dot balls, he's not thinking singles. The singles is the afterthought. He's just thinking, where can I put this ball away? And invariably on a small field with a quick outfield, if he beats the inner ring, you're not going to chase it down either.
Shot again. Going round the dial. He's some player. Talent galore. And you're not going to stop him if he's in this mood.
It's like he's got a flight to catch.
Yeah, we like the way he's thinking.
Yeah, plays wonderful shots. He's such a clean striker. Yeah, how many times you say a guy's playing too well? There's no ways he'd be able to like bat a long time playing all these shots. I mean, have a look at this. The first in 3 that were pretty good shots. Lengths changed, all 3 of them. Bowler deciding I've got to try and shift this length. Where can I go to where he's not going to be able to hit it?
He also tried to take some pace off the ball, thinking that could be the right option, but that one was 121 and it still disappeared up and over.
$60 without loss.
সাধারণ ডিস্টেম্পার বা সিমেন্ট পেইন্ট আর নয়, বাড়ির ভেতরে ও বাইরের দেয়ালের সৌন্দর্য ও সুরক্ষায় ব্যবহার করুন স্মার্ট ও সাশ্রয়ী রং বার্জার রেডিয়েন্স।
বার্জার রেডিয়েন্স, বাইরে চকচকে,
ভেতরে ঝকঝকে।
খেলাটা কি?
দেশের 1 নম্বর গ্লুকোজ ব্র্যান্ড গ্ল্যাক্সোস ডি এখন গ্লুকোম্যাক্স ডি।
Margin for error when you're bowling against him.
And the bowling coach will come and say, you just got to hit good areas. Look, you won't disappear.
Yeah, it's just so difficult because it's the power play and you only have 2 out. He picks his spot where you don't have your field. That's where he's going to hit it to, and he's not missing at the minute.
That's you're so right about that, Pommy. He puts you under pressure because he doesn't allow you to settle. He knows what his plan is. He knows where he can put you away for boundaries, and he implements the sweep straight up.
Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. This is fantastic. He's on to 49, is Quinton de Kock, and it's off just 25 balls. 8 fours and a couple of sixes already. But just 8 overs in.
Yeah, it's an absolute joy to watch. For the 2,000 that's come in today, to be able to see Quinton de Kock in full flow.
He'll go to 50. Prolific as Quinton de Kock into the side, and he brings up 50 number 28 in one-day internationals. It's come off just 26 balls. Some player.
Yeah, superbly played. 8 fours and 2 sixes in that 50 that he's compiled. And I'm sure when he strode into the dressing room today and he was back in the unit, South Africa would have almost taken a boost of confidence in the right shoulder, knowing that the man who has the ability to bat at a strike rate of 200 comfortably is back in the mix.
So good, just so good.
Yeah, he's come out to play in a manner which says that, you know, it's one of those totals 194, 95. If they get a couple of wickets, Bangladesh, they might feel that they can get amongst them, but he's just went out there and bang, bang. There's not going to be a close game today.
Tell you what, as we're on pink day, it is pink day. Go back in time. This has been fabulous. 26 balls for 50. There was a certain gentleman who scored 131 balls on a pink day a time ago. I hope that puts that into perspective. Man, 70 without loss.
Pommy, there was an individual.
মহারাজ, নতুন রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল, এতে রয়েছে এক অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যা কুলিং ক্রিস্টাল সমৃদ্ধ। হবে রাজার মতো ঘুম। অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যুক্ত রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল।
I think if you also remember that crowd. It was almost deafening on that occasion. And it's just a pity that there's not enough in here to appreciate exactly what Quinton de Kock is doing here today. I think he's also seen the thunderstorm. There must be a thunderstorm brewing behind the stadium that he's aware of.
He'll know about the weather around these parts. Pink Day centuries. Remember Fakhr Zaman? Quinton de Kock was involved in that as well. In a roundabout way. Amla, that 153, was on the same day as De Villiers, and same day as Rousseau, who got 128.
Yeah, they almost forgotten those two innings.
Not almost.
Have a look at that graphic again, though, Pommy. Just there's a certain column we need to go into just to investigate and look from the bottom. 105, 124, 113, 115, and then you go up to 44.
It's ridiculous.
And it wasn't a small total. 149. He got out in the 44th delivery, caught in the fence. That one also almost disappeared.
It was ridiculous. And to think, I do remember that on commentary going, oh, how can you have this scenario? South Africa absolutely smashing it, and their best players not going to get a chance to bat. This is not right, how they've gone with the order and so forth. He walked in, I think there were 12 overs to go. Then he got 144.
And worst of all, there was a discussion that he almost didn't come in.
Yeah.
David Miller was supposed to come in to target the left-arm spinner.
Man. Yeah, the fizzes into the attack. Yeah, good wrist, good carry through to the keeper. He'll just laugh it off. On to the next. And he's thinking, I could have hit that for six.
He's thinking exactly that. Could have bounced back onto the ground off the scoreboard. That's what he's thinking.
He likes his fishing. You probably think the sinker came off there.
Do you know, so many times you interview him and you ask him, what do you reckon, what's the plan? And he says, see ball, hit ball. And you think that he's kind of making a joke. He's not making a joke at all. That's the way he plays. That's the way he approaches the game. Try and keep it as simple as possible. And it's all right to talk about it like that, but you've got to have the talent to be able to then do that, put it into practice. And not many do, not many can. That's why it's so valuable to any side as a player.
No, exactly that. Not many can, and that's why when he's in this form, you just got to enjoy it. Just got to enjoy watching the show that he's putting on.
Yeah, we sometimes get a little bit frustrated when he gets out, don't we? Because of the damage he can do. And I mean, he's earned the right over all the years and all the innings that he's played to basically go out and play the way he wants, because you know that if he gets it right on a particular day, he's so destructive that he ends up winning the game. But it'll be interesting to see this innings. Obviously the power play concludes after this delivery. He's not going to face it. If he shifts through the gears and decides to go a little bit more circumspect, or just continues to play in the same vein.
Yeah, I don't think you can have one without the other. So what he does in terms of be so destructive to sides, it kind of has to then go about, if conditions allow. Of course, it's about him assessing conditions and deciding whether he can or he can't. But if they do allow, he'll go at things, and sometimes it won't come off. That's just the nature of the game. 72 without loss. Power play done, and it's been all Quinton de Kock.
তুই স্পিনে পানিকে টেস্টি বানা
আম ও কমলার স্বাদে ভরা রিফ্রেশিং টেস্টে এসপি পাউডার ড্রিঙ্ক পানিকে বানাও টেস্টি পানি এসপি পানি আটলাম ঢাললাম পড়ে গেল হরলিক্স 500 গ্রাম সাশ্রয়ী প্যাক মাত্র 295 টাকা
I'm here at the Wanderers. And some exquisite shots.
Just the most incredible hands. Watch him bat. Just magnificent hands. Helps to have a good eye as well. He's got that. Yeah, so the battle resumes, but this time with fielders set in catching areas on the fence. So Mehdi Hassan has some protection, and Quinton de Kock will now be going through the old computer to say, now how do I tackle this one? How do I still stay on top and put you under? Because that's the way he goes about things. Doesn't just let bowlers bowl at him.
No, he won't. I suspect he will stay in that positive vein, and if you can just watch those practice shots he's practicing there at the moment, he knows where the gap is. It's cow corner. Next time I'm on strike.
It might also be the small boundary.
Oh, is he outside the line? Is he outside the line? Just, says Adrian Holstock. Mehdi Hassan feels is in line and has asked his skipper to go upstairs. We're going up.
Yeah, no surprise. I think they need a breakthrough. So anything that's halfway in their favour, it's worth having a look.
The original decision is not out. I've checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. Okay, we've gone to front on spin vision. Okay, ball's close to the bat. Can we just go to Ultra H, please? Okay, just waiting for Ultra H.
It's also got to work out whether it makes contact with the front pad or whether it actually makes contact with the back leg. Might determine whether it's in line or not.
Ultra H coming up. Keep rolling that through. Nice and slow. Yeah, keep rolling that through. There's a flat line when the ball passes the bat. Roll that through. Keep rolling. I'm satisfied there's no bat involved. Can we go to ball tracking when ready? The original decision is not out. Pitching outside off and impact outside. Adrian, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by.
There's confirmation of the decision, but what's happened there as they watch the big screen, both Quinton de Kock and Yanaman Malan, is they saw it the first time and decided, well, that's in front, I'm on my way. He's walked halfway off the field as Yanaman Malan. And then because it's not up to them to decide it, it's kind of had to wait a bit. And the umps had to shout to him to say, well, wait, let's wait for the decision.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised about that, because if you look at his feet and where it started when he played the stroke, he was already kind of outside the line of the stumps. And when it strikes him, it's definitely outside the line, so I was surprised that he walked halfway off.
I'd like to have a look at it again, because I'm also trying to work out where the initial contact point was. Was it on that front pad, or was it missing the front pad? We saw like a little squiggle. I don't know if they had judged it. That's what tend to suggest when the ball stops, that's contact with the front pad. And that's maybe what's got him out. So there must have been a little snick on that front pad.
Put down. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's all going against the Bangladeshis here.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশি ঠান্ডা।
26 without loss. So an over that goes by where they feel they could have had a couple, and that'll be W shout, and then an outside edge that doesn't nestle into the gloves. This is where things stand. Happier skippers on the left-hand side. And normally is quite aggressive up at the front is Yanaman Malan, but has done a lot of the watching so far in this match, with Quinton de Kock in fine form and hitting it to all parts. This is the phase where he's got to manage the rotation even better, keep that pace and flow of the innings going.
Yeah, in this batting partnership, it's not often the case that Yanaman Malan is the aggressor. It's not often that Quinny will just settle back and absorb deliveries.
Yeah, they formed a good partnership as well a few years back when we had the Mzansi Super League in South Africa, playing for down in Cape Town for the Blitz. So they've got a good understanding, but it's not often, as you say, that Yanaman is playing the aggressor.
Placement and timing as well. When you're on that side at the Wanderers, it's a struggle, a big struggle, because one, it's the short side and there's this little slope there in that sort of 45-degree area. You've got to be in exactly the right spot or you can't catch up with them.
It's interesting to watch Quinny. Quinny didn't move. You know, often if you hit it to the left or right of a sweeper, you charge off thinking you're coming back for two. He was like, no, that's good enough, it's going to go. See him hold the pose there. No running.
Not happy with himself and the contact in that last one. He fancied that as well. He's fancying everything today.
It's not often he doesn't fancy anything. If he just gets away up at the front, and it doesn't matter what's been thrown at him, he's quite happy to go at it.
I think the case of Quinton de Kock, and in many teams around the world, there's been different individuals that you have that you know if they get off to a fast start, that you can almost set up the game there and then. And it's like having bowlers who are running with a new ball quick, shape the ball, and can have a team 3 down quickly, or someone like a Lasith Malinga at the back end. You know, if you get into that pressure situation, invariably he used to come out with his team on top, and Quinton is one of those players. And that's why when he walks into the dressing room, when he walks out up front for South Africa, there's just a bit of self-belief that grows in the team.
Felt the wind off that one up here. Yeah, and he might have hurt himself as well. He swung that hard. Didn't make contact though. It's 82 without loss.
পিওরিট বাংলাদেশ সরকারের প্রতিষ্ঠান দ্বারা যাচাইকৃত একমাত্র ওয়াটার পিউরিফায়ার।
মহারাজ, নতুন রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল, এতে রয়েছে এক অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যা কুলিং ক্রিস্টাল সমৃদ্ধ। হবে রাজার মতো ঘুম। অনন্য পাওয়ার কুলিং টিউব যুক্ত রেড কিং কুলিং অয়েল।
And the big thing is that he picked him. So he picks that it's the slow one, and then it turns just a bit. That's why he misses it.
I think it stayed down a touch. Stayed down a touch.
Look at that reaction. Yeah, I just stretched my back. Yeah, Fizz knows. The Fizz knows that, I'm lucky there. That's a nice shot. Minimum of fuss. Good timing, just tucked round the corner and away it goes for 4.
Yeah, he placed it nicely, timed it nicely, the Yanaman Malan. Minimum fuss, as you say. It came sweetly out the middle.
The link, the connection. Quinton de Kock, Mustafizur Rahman is in the Indian Premier League and playing at Mumbai. And so he'd have some sort of a clue. Bowling! Gone for the sweep, gone too far across and missed it. And Mehdi Hassan is the man with the breakthrough.
Yeah, he's just taken a few poor options. Yanaman Malan went for the sweep a couple of overs before, gone for the pedal sweep this time. Just gone too far across it. And it clips his leg stump.
You could see the thinking of trying to get it fine, but he hasn't executed those sweep shots to great effect. And having got a 4 off the first ball of the over, maybe could have taken a bit more time. Didn't really need that element of risk. Unfortunately for him, it cost him his wicket. He goes for 26 or 40. And is this the opportunity? Is this the wicket that can somehow get Bangladesh back into this contest? 86 for 1.
তুই স্পিনে পানিকে টেস্টি বানা
আম ও কমলার স্বাদে ভরা রিফ্রেশিং টেস্টে এসপি পাউডার ড্রিঙ্ক পানিকে বানাও টেস্টি পানি এসপি পানি কাটলাম ঢাললাম পড়ে গেল হরলিক্স 500 গ্রাম সাশ্রয়ী প্যাক মাত্র 295 টাকা
Cal Verreynne, as the man has walked in at number 3. He's 24 years old, still young. Cal Verreynne, still very young actually at 24. Not a time left yet. Just in his 11th match, so still trying to start out. Has done good things domestically. Has played good innings here and there for South Africa as a side, and times where he's got an opportunity, but still very much trying to make his way. Oh, just short. Didn't get to it at all, and nearly, very nearly was gone first ball.
I think that's good captaincy. Get short leg in, make Cal Verreynne feel like there's something on the go, and it's not often you'll see a